and welcome to Subjective Thoughts. And our comic for today is Spawn: The Dark Ages, Issue 1 by Image. Now, there is some fighting, a bit of blood, magic, dark forces, and, Spawn in here. So if you are in any way squeamish, you have been warned. Also, spoilers. Alright, here's the team. So, this is a fairly new series. It came out last year, but it takes a while for these comics to reach Israel, so I'm reading it this year. But yeah, I think it came out in the last few months of 2025, maybe? I don't remember when it's out in my comic shop, but yeah. But there is another Spawn Dark Ages series, but from 1999. This is a new one. I would like to read that old one, though. My friend Andrew told me it's violent. But anyway, let's get back to this one. So the year is 479 AD. I don't know what the AD stands for. I know BC is before Christ. I don't know what the AD is. Anyway, we are with our main character here. Well, at first I thought it was going to be Spawn, but no. His name is Lord... Excuse me, I got a bit of a cold. Oh, and we are in Londinium in the beginning. But his name is Lord Aurelius. If I said that correctly, he's with his friend and General Atlius. These names. I'm probably just going to refer to him as Lord A. It'll just be easier. Anyway, he's the great king of, I think it's Britain in here, but it's written differently. I'm not sure, but anyway, he's about to embark on a journey to, like a part of the land that belongs to the pagans or something, that belongs to this Spawn here. He wants to get his help. And it kind of goes between back and forth 1 year ago to now, and then at the same time, like a bit earlier in the year that we're in. Goes back and forth. He talks to his, like a smart druid, sort of, that he always listens to, and you learn to trust him. And he tells him that according to him, he will survive the journey to meet Spawn. And he must go. So we see him there, where he is standing with Atlius, Lord A. There used to be a bridge, I think, but he has to jump, hang on to the cliffs. He climbs up, and he goes within this territory, and you see a giant cross with the skull of some ancient something, god or lord or whatever, some kind of beast, on a cross, a red cross made of straw, of red straw. As he goes deeper in, he meets the druidess, just gotta call her that, like this, sexy lady with this, interesting headdress. Sorry, that was my grandma. Yeah, okay. With this headdress that leaves him, and like, who am I going to meet tonight? Is it going to be, the god or the devil? And Lord A is also very religious, and I think he's a Christian. So as we get to their encounter, we go a year back where there are other armies of Romans and such that are attacking Britannia, and they need to do something. They fight them. His general and friend Atreus loses his hand. And not his whole arm, but just the hand in this fight, protecting them. Kind of just goes between things. So and then basically they need something. They can't go on this way. They need help. They got enemies all around them, attacking them from all sorts of directions, and they need to do something about it. And so it leads to this point of him going to this place, to this druidess, and she gives him something from a boiling cauldron to drink. He drinks it, and then he falls, but then he sees coming in as this spawn here. And he's got the spawn helmet, but he's got hooves for feet. So I don't know if he's exactly like a regular spawn would be. I'm not sure, because he's way bigger than Lord A. He's like a head and something taller than him. But anyway, we continue. He wonders if some of this, what he's seeing, is an illusion. Lord A is sitting on, not Lord A, Spawn is sitting on his, tree throne. And Lord A says, I have a proposal for you that will be beneficial to us both. They propose to him, join me in this fight against all of these. Because you can take me, you can kill me, become the king of it all, but you will inherit my same problems. I know my father and his father before him banished you, in a way. But if we join forces, then we can fight this off and live kind of side by side. And the Spawn tells him, well, in that case, you have to make me a promise now that, for one, what was he? Told us to promise him two things. There he is, all menacing. He has to promise him two things. Swear to me this. Okay, he just asked him for one thing. He asked him to promise him that right now, that give his kingly word, that if that he'll let the pagans and his old believers live side by side with the Christians, and then they will not be persecuted or anything, that they would be allowed to live in peace and have their faith and not have to hide it. And if he promises that, then he'll spare his life now, and he will consider his offer. Now, in the beginning, when Lord A and Atreus were there, his general is sitting on that hill. He told his general, I'll be back in the morning. Wait for me. And so once comes dawn morning, you see Lord A with Spawn and a whole lot of hooded figures behind him. And he's back, and Atreus is like, my king, and Lord A says, well, it's about high time we rebuild this bridge, don't you think? And then we go to, by the way, if you hear a bit of noise, it's my grandma's tally. And then we go to, Winchester, okay. The South Gate, Winchester. Okay, yeah, he says, good morning, General Atilius. Oh, these names are going to kill me. Okay, yeah, it's time we build this bridge. Okay, and then we're at that bridge in Winchester, and we see a figure running out of it. Well, not running, but riding on a horse out of it. Riding outside until it reaches a home, and frenetically knocks on the door. And the door is opened by a priest who says, heavens, what is wrong? What do you need in this hour? And it looks like some monk, perhaps. Or, I think it looks more like a monk, honestly. But he tells this man, maybe it's a preacher, that he is worried about the soul of their king. And that's it. That's where the issue ends. Okay. Whew. I hope I explained that well enough. I just can't remember all these names from the first read. All these places, but I'm pretty sure they're in Britannia, and they have the Romans and the Saxons or something around them. Okay, so first cover. This is a cover by Liam Sharp. I love his art style. It was amazing in X-Men of War Unconquered. And just as amazing. You know, look at this detail. Now, granted, I would have loved some more on the background here. It's a little empty, but I guess the main thing you're focusing on here really is the Spawn and his bloodied axe. It looks nice. It is eye-catching because of the white background, but still, I would have loved this scene or something there. And I think this is cover A, if anyone's interested, of course. Okay, 1 second. Okay, there you go. This is Lord A, the one with the long black hair. It kind of looks like Conan, I kept thinking. And this is his friend and General Attilaeus. Or however the fuck you're supposed to pronounce that. I see fantastic art style. Finally, an art style that's worth the money you're paying for the comic. And that's it, I won't show you any more. Because it's still new. Okay, and this is the druid that he goes to. He's telling him to go here about the prophet. I don't know if it's a prophecy, but you see there's that cross and there's that skull. Or whatever place this was. This is him. See, it does quite look like Conan, but his hair is longer, to be fair. You see? He says, I won't dissuade you, my lord and king. Yeah, this art style is amazing. It's so detailed and the colors are fantastic. Okay. So this was quite good for a first issue. We have here the setup. We have this king who is desperate for help because he's being attacked from all corners and he doesn't know where to go to. On the other hand, he's a Christian and asking help from Spawn is, well, you know, he is powered by the devil and demons and all that. So that is an ironic pact, but what are you to do really there, you know? Like when you have all this that you have to face, what is he going to do? He needs help. He needs someone to do, and not someone, but he needs to do something, and this in his eyes is really the only thing he can do. Go to this creature that, I'll call him Spawn, but he's called a bit differently here. And unite forces and fight, and then whatever happens. But now I imagine problems will arise because of who he decided to join forces with. And, you know, will some of his people rebel against this? Like that monk or whoever he was that ran to tell that priest about it. I imagine he wasn't happy. Yes? Now that's left to be seen, but overall this is a very, very good start. I really liked it. And also, of course, the art is fucking fantastic. But yeah, this is good for a first issue. But I still feel like this might be one of those where it's best to just wait for the trade. Because although stuff did happen here, I feel like this is the one to just read the whole story and trade in one, and that's it. Which is what I will probably do. I'll just wait for a trade to come out and then maybe pick this up later. Because right now I got too much to read. But I really did enjoy this. Definitely. And also the paper and the cover are very thick. I love when comics do that. Because then you don't have to worry, especially me with my fingers. So, I'm going to accidentally rip something. Which is something I'm always worried about. Because, it sucks. Because all older comics, I have to be even extra careful. Clearly, clearly they had faith in this one. And I have this silly theory that actually I thought more from Dark Horse, but Image might be doing the same. I feel like comics are less likely to be popular to give them the shittier, cheaper paper. Because they're thinking, alright, if we don't sell so many, at least the paper won't be that expensive. I don't know, I just get that feeling. Because I feel like the stuff they're more sure of, they make it they give it the good paper and the good covers. Thickness-wise. Just a theory of mine, but I'm not sure. But regardless, this was a good read. If you like Spawn, I would of course recommend you give this one a try. But again, I think, unless you can get all the issues at once, I think you should maybe wait for the trade. Or get all the 6 issues. Cause I forgot to say, I think this is a 6-issue series. Just get all of them and just read them together or one after the other. Well, my point is have them all together to read consecutively. Consecutively. I can't word today. I think you know what I mean. But yeah, so this was Spawn the Dark Ages, the 2025 one. I recommend it. It was very, very good. And that is it, folks. So let me know what you thought about this one if you happen to have read it. And that is it. Remember, collect what you're passionate about and share it on YouTube. Bye!